Hello everyone, my name is Shalin Verma and today I will be discussing with you the legal framework governing hazardous waste management and the process by which new businesses can obtain authorization for managing such waste and earn high profits in a short time. The rise of industries in the past few decades has brought massive advancements in our daily lives. With the increase in urbanization, the rise of purchasing power, the production of goods has increased. Industrial revolution did improve the lives of billions around the globe. But the waste we have been generating in the process, specifically hazardous waste in the form of industrial waste, e-waste, chemical waste, etc., has given a huge concern, particularly in developing countries like India. The waste management facilities in our country are limited when the amount of waste generated is considered. India, with a population of more than 1.3 billion, has realized this potential hazard this piling waste poses and has brought many regulations to manage the generation, handling, reuse, disposal and the transboundary movement of this waste. But with one-third of the population living in urban areas, the problem of hazardous waste is still increasing daily, making it difficult for the authorities to tackle the mountain of this waste. So, hazardous waste has been defined as any substance excluding domestic and radioactive waste, which because of its quantity and corrosive, reactive, ignitable, toxic and infectious characteristics causes significant hazard to human health or the environment when improperly treated, stored, transported or disposed of. According to this definition, hazardous waste has an irregular chemical composition which, if not treated scientifically or disposed of properly, poses a severe threat to both environment and human health. In India, approximately 51.1 million metric tons of waste is generated annually, among which around 7.46 million metric tons is hazardous waste, which is produced by nearly 44,000 industries. With this much hazardous waste being produced, the government enacted the Hazardous Waste Management and Handling Rules of 2008, which regulated and ensured proper hazardous waste management and was governed under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Secondly, the Central Pollution Control Board and the State Pollution Control Board were also included. These rules also mandated hazardous waste management in 88 hazardous waste incinerators and around 220 recycling facilities in the country. Let's now discuss the eligibility criteria for setting up a hazardous waste management business. The applicant must ensure that before filing for authorization, the hazardous waste is properly collected, stored, treated and recycled in the facility, which fulfills the provisions mandated under the Hazardous Waste Management Rules of 2016. Apart from the proper premises and space in accordance with the law, the applicant also has to ensure that he has proper equipment that are authorized following the standard operating procedures or other regulations specified by the Central Pollution Control Board for properly recycling and managing hazardous waste. Furthermore, the unit requires a skilled workforce to handle hazardous waste properly and lessen the environmental damage it can cause rather than increase it. So, the documents required for hazardous waste management authorization will be the consent to establish, which will be granted by the concerned State Pollution Control Board, the consent to operate granted by the State Pollution Control Board, GST certificate, rent, lease or any other proof of ownership, factory or trade license, certificate of incorporation in case of the company or an LLP, the layout plan, Aadhaar card copy, PAN card copy and the electricity bill. Let's now understand the procedure for obtaining hazardous waste management authorization. So, the applicant has to fill Form 1 as per Rule 6 of the Hazardous and Other Waste Management and Transboundary Movement Rules of 2016. The applicant must file this form and submit it to the board's official site after creating a registration ID. This form is to be submitted with the required documents. After receiving the application, the State Pollution Control Board conducts a proper inquiry into the regulations given in the rules and inspects the documents submitted by the applicant. The inspection can also be in a form of a field visit by an authorized personnel. The application process includes submission of the form, review by the authorities, and finally grant of the authorization. In the process of providing hazardous waste management authorization, many authorities are involved, such as the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, the Directorate General of Foreign Trade, Central Pollution Control Board, State Pollution Control Board, and the Port Authority and Custom Authority of India. Now, to successfully grow the business after obtaining the authorization, one must understand the categorization of hazardous waste. A variety of industries in India generate hazardous waste. Among them, the biggest hazardous waste generators are petrochemicals, pharmaceuticals, pesticides, paints and dye, petroleum, fertilizers, asbestos, caustic soda, inorganic chemicals, and general engineering industries. Heavy metals, cyanides, pesticides, complex aromatic compounds, and other hazardous combustible, reactive, corrosive, and explosive chemicals are also found in hazardous waste. So, coming to the validity of authorization, the authorization will be valid for 5 years, and a request for renewal of the authorization must be made within 20 days before the existing authorization expires. So that's all for this video. I hope you found it informative. Please like and share this video. Visit our website for more information on authorization, registration and licensing requirements, and for assistance for your business. For any other related queries, contact Enterclimate. Enterclimate provides a one-stop support for all your obligations related to hazardous waste management authorization. Thank you.